Win the show before you go. Fill up that calendar. So, win the show before you go. What does that even mean? That's what we're going to be discussing today. Think about this. How would you like to declare your next trade show an absolute victory even before you get there? Let's talk about it. Welcome to Trade Show University. This is another one of our 5-minute pro tips. And win the show before you go. What does that mean? It means filling up your calendar with top qualified prospects before you even get to the show. So I want you to think about this. What's the main thing you're doing when you're exhibiting at the show? You're trying to connect with qualified leads, right? Right there at the show. So what would it feel like if your calendar was booked solid with meetings with qualified prospects, meetings with current customers who you value so much, meetings with vendors, meetings with industry leaders? Think about it, 20, 30, 40 meetings. Can you imagine having that kind of calendar booked up before the show? It's possible. Now, these shows are all about building your business, about improving your ROI, and through these kind of meetings, that's where you're going to be able to make it happen. So I'm going to give you the strategy and how to get this done. You ready? Here's what we're going to do. First of all, you're going to figure out your calendar for the next show from the time you get there to the time you leave. Every hour of the day, get that out in front of you, a nice blank calendar. And now I'm not just talking about the hours that the show is open, all the hours from the time you wake up each morning to the time you go to bed. Okay. So if you're at the right show, your target audience is going to be there, right? You need to take advantage of this amazing opportunity to have these people in front of you. So, first of all, you need to block out any times you're not going to be available. These are times when you're setting up your booth, any networking events that you're already committed to, other important events you need to be at. If you're attending a talk, you're giving a talk, block all those out on your calendar. Next, look at the show floor hours. Now, break those hours into 15-minute segments, and you're going to make those available for meetings. So if the show is open from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., that's 4 hours. So that's 16 15-minute time slots. Then we're going to fill those blocks with qualified prospects. Stay with me. So you're taking 15-minute blocks, one after another after another. What I need you to do is get your presentation dialed in from start to finish, 10 minutes. And then that'll give you an extra 5 minutes of buffer and get on so you can get on to the next person. You think that's doable? Of course it's doable. Unless you're the only person working at your booth, this works like absolute dynamite. Not only do you have qualified prospects continually in your booth, but you also have activity in your booth. So instead of you and your team waiting around trying to find the next prospect, you can be talking to a nonstop flow of prospects. So you've got your show hours blocked and any other things around the show blocked up. Next thing, look at all the open time you have remaining and then make those available. So what time are you going to wake up? You're going to wake up at 6 a.m., you're going to wake up at 7 a.m., 5 a.m., whatever time you're going to wake up, make that the starting point. Now, the ending point, what time you need to get to bed, make that the ending point. And of course, you block out the time it's going to take you to get ready and all that. You have all those other time slots available for meetings. Now, I'm talking about breakfast meetings, lunch meetings, dinner meetings, late night, grab a drink meetings, go for an early morning run meetings. Leave nothing off the table. You can fill all those up. Now, are you going to be exhausted by the end of the show? Absolutely, you're going to be exhausted, but will it be worth it? 100% yes. You're going to have the most productive show you've ever had. So you're probably thinking, Jim, this is great. I've got tons and tons of time slots I could fill up. How do I do it? So I'm going to give you a few ideas here. I'm going to go through them fairly quickly, but some ideas for you to fill up that calendar. First of all, your personal contacts. Reach out to them before the show. You know they're going to be at the show. Great. If you don't know, reach out to them anyway. You can make a contact. Maybe they'll be at the show. Maybe you can make a contact for after the show. Next, go to the show website or the app. They will at very least have listed exhibitors and speakers that are going to be there at the show. I'm sure you could find a few people in that list that you want to reach out to. Now, some apps are even going to have those people who have attended or have registered to attend. They're going to be on there. Go through every single name and start reaching out to them and set up time slots at your booth or at other times of the day that you can meet up with them. Next, go through LinkedIn or whatever social media channels your target audience uses, and then reach out to those people. Are they going to be at the show? Great. Let's schedule a time to meet. If not at the show, again, afterwards, you've made a new connection. Also, reach out to vendors in the industry. See if they can refer you to anyone. Those other connections who know they're going to be at the show, reach out to them, help network with them, help them connect you to other people. Exhaust every single opportunity. I'm sure you can think of enough connections and enough ways to find people to get them onto your calendar. Another thing I'm going to recommend to set up a very specific calendar just for the show. Now, I love using Calendly. I'll drop a link into the show notes. It's a free tool. You can list the specific time blocks you're available. Then you just send a link to those people. They can go in and they can schedule right on your calendar. They can set up their own appointments, and you could see your calendar filling up. It doesn't get any easier than that. Now, Calendly is just one option. There's others that are available out there, but just find one so you can set up a very specific calendar just for that show. Now, I've thrown a lot at you. Think of how your next show can go if you were intentional and aggressive about completely filling up that calendar with the right people. Now go do it. Now go do it. You've got the tools. You've got the framework I just gave to you. If you want some help putting together a plan on how to do this, we can jump on a free 15-minute call. Go to tradeshowu.biz/services at the bottom of the page. Fill out your information, and we can set up a free 15-minute phone call to help you get the most results at that next show. I want to hear huge success stories from this plan. So down in the comments, please leave a note or reach out to me, jim@tradeshowu.biz, and let me know how this went for you. Hope this was valuable to you. Make sure you are liking this video and subscribe to the channel, and then share this out with other people who can use this kind of information, and keep coming back each time a new video drops or a new podcast episode drops at Trade Show University. We'll see you next time.